What's up, Mavericks? Every business owner has those moments when cash flow gets tight, you need more inventory, payroll costs have gone up, or it's just a slow month. If that sounds familiar, a business line of credit could be your saving grace. Business lines of credit give you on-demand access to working capital without locking you into a lump sum loan. Some come with low rates and flexible terms, but others are more stressful than helpful with hidden fees or unnecessary hoops to jump through just to qualify. So today we're breaking down the best business lines of credit to help you get out of that financial rut. We'll cover how much you can borrow, the real costs, and who each lender works best for, starting with number 7. If you've got solid credit and some business history, PNC Bank is a great option for longer repayment terms and high borrowing limits. If you want to work with a traditional bank, PNC's unsecured line of credit goes up to $100,000, and if that's not enough, secured lines of credit are available for even higher amounts. And that's where PNC shines. If you got collateral and a solid track record, you could get some serious borrowing power with PNC. Interest rates are variable and are based on the prime rate, so you can expect competitive bank level rates if you qualify. And as far as qualifying, PNC doesn't disclose hard requirements, but you should have strong personal and business credit, a low debt to income ratio, and no recent collections or tax issues. PNC also offers other types of business funding like SBA loans, commercial auto loans, and traditional term loans if you'd prefer to go another route. If you can't meet the requirements of PNC, check out our next pick, Fundbox. Fundbox is one of the best options out there if your credit score isn't perfect, and it's especially great for startups. You can borrow up to $150,000 with 12 or 24-week repayment terms. It's not the longest runway, but it's fast, flexible, and you only pay for what you use. What makes Fundbox stand out is its automated approval process. It pulls real-time data from your business bank account to make lending decisions with no mountains of paperwork required. Rates start around 4.66% for 12 weeks and 8.99% for 24 weeks. Payments are made weekly, so you'll definitely need to stay on top of your cash flow. To qualify, you'll need 3+ months in business and at least $30,000 in annual revenue. Fundbox doesn't currently disclose credit score requirements, but they've approved borrowers with scores as low as 600 in the past. All right, next up is Bluevine. If you need cash ASAP, Bluevine's all about speed. It offers revolving lines of credit up to $250,000, and if you're approved, you could see funds hit your account the same day for a small fee. Terms are either 6 or 12 months with weekly payments. Rates start at 7.8% for the most qualified buyers. To qualify, you'll need at least 2 years in business, $10,000 in monthly revenue, and a 625+ credit score. You also can't have bankruptcies or be in one of Bluevine's restricted industries. Bluevine also connects borrowers with term loans and SBA options through its partner network. Coming in at number 4 is National Business Capital, a great pick if you need a larger line of credit. If you got big funding goals, National Business Capital has you covered with lines of credit starting at $100,000 up to a whopping $10 million. You can also access your funding in as little as 24 to 48 hours. National Business Capital is a loan aggregator, which means it works with multiple lenders to find the best solution for your business. Rates range from 7% to 60% depending on your credit profile and business history. And of course, terms and additional fees vary by lender. To qualify, you'll need at least 1 year in business, $500,000 in annual revenue, and a 580+ credit score. If you need other types of financing, National Business Capital can also hook you up with term loans, equipment financing, SBA loans, and asset-based financing. Kicking off our top 3 is AdvancePoint Capital. AdvancePoint is another great lending matchmaker. Instead of applying to lenders one by one, AdvancePoint gives you a shortcut to multiple offers. Through AdvancePoint's lending network, you can access lines of credit up to $500,000 with rates and terms depending on the lender you're matched with. AdvancePoint does note that lines of credit have simple interest rates that average 1% per month, and your line of credit can be approved and funded in as little as 24 hours. But AdvancePoint doesn't get too specific with its borrowing requirements. However, businesses that have been in operations for at least 1 year, have annual gross sales of at least $200,000, and have a credit score of 650 have the highest odds of approval. AdvancePoint's lending network can also connect you with term loans, SBA loans, equipment financing, invoice financing, and merchant cash advances. If you want to learn more about these top lenders, make sure to check out our full reviews and our list of the best lines of credit for business for more information. I'll drop the links in our description below. And if you're ready to skip the guesswork and find the right lender for your business, head over to merchantmaverick.com/pre-qualify. With just a few clicks, you can pre-qualify for funding, no spam, no credit hit, and no pressure. If building your business credit is a priority, our next pick, OnDeck, helps you do that while still giving you fast access to cash. OnDeck offers lines of credit up to $100,000 with repayment terms of 12, 18, or 24 months. Rates start at 29.9%, although OnDeck states that the average APR falls around 50 to 60%. OnDeck has a fast application process that takes just minutes, and once you're approved, you can start making draws on your line of credit immediately. But what really makes OnDeck stand out is that it reports to business credit bureaus, helping you build your business credit to qualify for better offers down the road. To qualify, you must be in business for at least 1 year, bring in $100,000 in annual revenue, and have a credit score of 625. If you need more funding than what OnDeck's line of credit offers, you can apply for a term loan up to $250,000. And taking our top spot is Lendio, our pick for the best overall business lines of credit. We chose Lendio because it covers all the bases. Its lines of credit are fast, flexible, and easy to use. Lendio is another lending marketplace that pulls offers from 75 plus lenders, which means more chances of getting matched with something that actually fits your needs. You can get a line of credit up to $250,000 with 6 to 18 month terms. Pre-qualifying takes just a few minutes and won't hurt your credit. Rates and fees are going to vary by lender, but expect to pay around 8 to 24%. You can get funded through Lendio in just 2 days, giving you fast access to cash when you need it. Minimum requirements are pretty easy to meet. You just need to be in business for at least 6 months, bring in $50,000 in annual revenue, and have a credit score of 600. And because it's a marketplace, Lendio makes it easy to compare offers for other types of funding like SBA loans, short-term loans, commercial mortgages, merchant cash advances, and business credit cards. If you're ready to see what Lendio's lending network has to offer, check out merchantmaverick.com/Lendio to get started. Thanks for watching, Mavericks. I'll catch you in the next one.